Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Mike the Gamer here. In this channel, I wanted to kick things off with Kerbal Space Program. Really neat game, really up my alley. There's a lot of things you can do. The only thing I would say to anyone who may be interested in getting into this game is the fact that it has a huge learning curve. I mean, I probably blew up like 1,000 rockets before I came up with a general system that in a sense actually works. Let's see. I have been playing it for a bit, so I have multiple saved files, but I did recently start a new one, and in that we're gonna kick things off with a Apollo style moon mission that operates on the general principles of Apollo. Most of it will be inspired by another YouTuber by the name of Matt Lown. Really great dude. He seems to have a lot of great content. He does a lot of cool stuff in this game. It is, however, PC oriented, from what I noticed about him. So there have been some minor tweakings that I did for this, the console version. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Resume saved. Yeah, as you can see, we'll go into this one. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I'm going to pull up what I already made. I have what I call the Jewel 1 rocket, cleverly named for the gas giant in this game. The basic rocket that I use to get things into orbit, maybe not the most efficient fuel-wise, but it works for sandbox mode. I haven't really been playing career mode all that often, so Okay. Cool. Apollo set. Awesome. Give me a second. Music is kind of throwing me off. Okay, you can still hear the music, but Alright, cool. So we have everything set. Now I'm going to choose the crew. Let's see. Just someone random. I usually do, for this type of mission, 2 pilots and a scientist. We'll go with her. Cool. Alright, let's build the fairing. Well, hold on. Let's go ahead and get the staging situated. Yeah, it's always a jumble mess when I do it, but that's probably my fault. Cool. Okay, so that's the first stage. There it is. And awesome. Alright, that should do it for now. Now I'm going to build the fairing. Now, funny thing is, NASA you know, the actual real-world space programs would never do something like this. That's not how the Saturn V worked or anything, but I'm just gonna build the fairing. It works, so, you know, game logic. But, there we go. Alright, cool. Cool beans. Alright, so we have our Joule 1 rocket, our Apollo set with its crew. Our staging is situated. Let's go ahead and do this. It's gonna be great. We're gonna go to the moon, guys. That's always cool. Sweet. Alright, so I'm just going to fast forward to the daylight though real quick. There we go. Awesome. I'm going to activate SAS. If you don't know, it's basically just a little mechanism in the game that helps you stabilize your ship. You could do it manually. That is an option, you know, if you prefer to do it that way. But this just... there are times that doing it manually might be the best way to do it, but in this situation I'm just going to use SAS just to make things easier. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get the show on the road. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything's looking good. It has to tip like that. You can't just shoot straight up. That'll make things harder for you when it comes to time to achieve orbit. So that's why I'm doing this. It's probably what they do in real life too. So, yay science, am I right? Oh, that's a good shot right there. That's really cool. Nice. Let's tilt a little bit more. Don't worry about it. Well, okay. Just go ahead and let it cool off. There we go. That'll work. Probably not the way a lot of you, the more veteran types would do it, but you know, it works, so. Yeah, exactly. Let's see where we're at. Yep, that should do it. Now I'm just going to add a maneuver mod. This will help me achieve orbit. And if you're wondering, those green lines are basically lines of communication towards various satellites I have around the moon. I haven't really put anything in orbit around Kerbal itself because I haven't really figured out geostationary orbit yet, but I am working on it. So without further ado, that looks to be generally circular, so we'll go with that. Alright, cool. This is always fun. Awesome. Alright, so we're just gonna speed things up to our next maneuver node. And we're gonna ignite the burn at around half the estimated burn time you see there at the bottom. So it would be at 14 seconds we would ignite and do our burn and achieve orbit. So right there we go. I mean, you don't have to do it that way. Just from what I understand from the tutorials and stuff like that, that's generally the best thing to do. You can still get by otherwise. That's just, again, the best way to do it, I guess. So we'll go with it. And awesome. Alright, we've achieved orbit. So now the next step is to plot a course to the moon. You want to make sure these are as close to 0 as possible, and that should work just fine. But if it wasn't, you would just go to one of these nodes right here. You would add a maneuver node and basically just do this little maneuver until basically these get again close to 0 as possible. It's really, you know, it's not rocket science. So, well, it kind of is, but you know, it's not like hard. So, all right. So now we're gonna plan a course to the moon, and just to give a little back story of this. This is not our solar system. You know, apparently, you don't play as humans, you play as Kerbals. This is Kerbin. Kerbin actually has 2 moons. You get Minmus and the Min. I'll go in better detail with the rest of the solar system of Kerbin at a later date, but for now, you got Kerbin and its 2 moons, the Min and Minmus, and we're going to the Min, which is basically our moon, so, you know. Alright, so just gonna do this little number. Splendid. Awesome. That should work. Make it a little faster. Awesome. So we're going to do what I did earlier. Just basically speed up time, because I doubt anyone wants to wait there for like 20 minutes, so so we'll go ahead and speed things up again. Alright, so we're going to do our burn at 20 seconds. The little Kerbals look happy as ever. Just look at them. They look like they're having like a wondrous, you know, time. The adventure of discovery, am I right? It's always great. we have enough fuel? I think so.